Yo guys, what's up? This is MapCRim guy here. Battle for you guys. This battle is standard OU. And as you can see, I do have a Hitmonchan on this team. That Hitmonchan is not supposed to be a Hitmonchan. That Hitmonchan is actually supposed to be a Hitmontop. Now, I was when I was pokesapping, or actually I was pokegenning, pokesapping, whatever. But I was making this team on my DS. I accidentally made Hitmontop Hitmonchan, but it has everything that a Hitmontop would have, like Intimidate. So every single time you see this Hitmonchan being sent out, just remember it's supposed to be a Hitmontop. Chad, which is my opponent, thought I told him this, and he was all like, "Whatever, that's fine. I don't really care. It's not that big of a difference, really. I mean, except for that Hitmonchan's less bulky defensively and more bulky specially, but whatever. It's not a big of a deal," he said. So it's cool. Anyway, so he leads off with the Randarosu. I lead off with my Swampert. Swampert's a man. Do not diss on this thing, as I've proven before to many other people that Swampert's actually good, I think. So he U-turns out into his Latias. I go for the rocks. And this is the reason why I like Swampert. It's because he can set up rocks and he can roar out stuff. I mean, Quagsire and Gastrodon can't do that. Or Whiscash if you're actually going to put it there. Or Seismitoad if you really want to compare it to that. But, whatever. I mean, he goes for the Calm Mind and go for the Roar. I mean, that's pretty good. I like Swampert because of that. As well as he can just scald shit and not die physically at all. I mean, it's just that bulky, Swampert. But anyways, so I roar him out into Scizor. Scizor goes to the U-turn, goes back out into Latias, and I go for the Scald, praying for that burn, and I get that burn. So that's all. That's all good and stuff. So I wanted really bad to roar, but I was thinking maybe he'll actually attack me this time, or something. I should have just roared, but whatever. I go into Hitmonchan, which is supposed to be Hitmontop. As you can see, I have Intimidate. Hitmonchan can't have that, but Hitmontop can. So, that's that. I mean, what can I do? Anyways, so he goes for Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse does about, I don't know, like a third to Hitmonchan. And yeah, I go for the Sucker Punch. That was a stupid idea. I don't know why I did that. And, he gets another Calm Mind. So I don't know why I went into this thing. It was kind of pointless. And, I'm tired. And, he gets a free Calm Mind, so that's just stupid. Anyways, so I switch out, go into my Irachi, because Irachi is a badass. And he goes for the cover. That's fine, I guess. Not really, whatever. I go for the U-turn. Now, I was thinking this Latias was one of two sets. I was thinking it either had Hidden Power Fire as his last move, or if it had Roar as his last move, because Roar is a really good move for Calm Mind Latias. So you can roar out those Reuniclus and just roar shuffle in general. But it actually has HP Fire. It does a lot to my Metagross, but it's not a 2-hit KO, which is good. I was thinking he would actually just Hidden Power Fire again, and I can just go for that Ice Punch and hopefully do enough that it'll die after burn, or maybe force it to recover the next turn. But he actually recovers right now, which isn't the greatest thing ever, but seeing how much Ice Punch Ice Punch did, I'm thinking that he's going to go for Calm Mind again, so I go and take it upon myself to set up that Reflect on my Metagross, because dual screening Metagross is win, and it's sexy like that. Anyways, so I got up that light screen, so that Latias is pretty much at 0 special attack, which is good, so it won't do that much damage to me. So I switch, I go back into Rachi. Rachi is a badass, like I've said many times. And, he goes for a third Calm Mind, so, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I go for the Iron Head here, because, if he, I go for Iron Head here. If anything, he would go for Recover, just in case he predicts me to U-turn. He turns out to go for, my grammar's so bad. He goes for Dragon Pulse, predicting the U-turn, and I switch out into, like, Swampert, I don't know. Whatever, that's what he said. But he decides to switch out. I don't know why, but, whatever. I mean, he goes into Magnezone. That's a pretty good switch. I mean, what can really Rachi do to a Magnezone at all, except for that when ones that are locked into Iron Head. But whatever. I keep going for Iron Head because what else can I do? I'm trapped and locked onto Iron Head. So it's pretty much me just using Iron Head like 5 times and getting like 5 flinches. He actually breaks through it this one time, and he goes for HP Fire, and I have a light screen up, and seeing that HP Fire did that much damage, I'm guessing this is a Spexed Magnezone, and which is strange, but you know, whatever, I guess, not that big of a deal. I keep going for the Iron Head. I get like the 4th Iron Head flinch here. And yeah, I think, yeah, this is either the 4th or 5th, which is okay, but at the same time, it's not really that great. I wish I could have gotten it now, because my light screen wore off, or at least gotten it one more time so I can live a... Actually, I think I do live another HP Fire, don't I? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. Freaking awesome. But anyways, I just keep going for Iron Head. I think I've said that like 5 times. But you know, what else can I say? And a Rotom almost took down a Magnezone. That's kind of funny. Not gonna lie. But you know, at this point, I know he's locked into HP Fire. So I go into Nara, bitch, and go for that Dragon Dance as he switches out to Eat Babies. So, yeah, and he dies from, you know, Burn and Stealth Rocks and whatever. So, dude, this recolor of Dragonite is so weird from the back sprite. The front sprite is really good, just the back one looks strange to me. I don't know about you. I should really make more recolors, because that's pretty much what I did for a long time, but whatever. He goes into this T-Tar. I'm thinking the only reason why he would ever go into T-Tar is if he wants to Stone Edge or Ice Beam me. So I go into Hitmonchan, Hitmontop really, but whatever, to take the Stone Edge, and you know, he does go for Stone Edge, and yeah, whatever. So here I go for the Close Combat, and you know, Close Combat will easily take it out, even with him having a Chople Berry, because this is adamant Close Combat 4 times weak. I mean, even if you have a Chople Berry, it'll still do a fuck ton, and it turns out it still takes it out. So you know, that's all great and stuff. So yeah, I think Hitmonchan does have higher attack power, but I think we calced it and it didn't matter. Even if it did matter, he didn't even care, so what's the point? But yeah, anyway, so he sends in Magnezone to scare, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. And he double switches back into his Landorus. I guess he either predicted me to go into Swampert, so he didn't want to Volt Switch or anything. I knew he didn't have HP Grass, so I wasn't really fearing that, and that's all that really a Magnezone can do to me. So, you know, whatever. I decided to just stay in, go for the Scald as he U-turns back out into his Magnezone, which Magnezone will die to a Scald, and, you know, that's all good. And Swampert is a beast. That's all I can say. Anyway, so now he goes into a nice rack. Yeah. I guess he predicted me to go to Jirachi or something. I did stay in, and the reason why I stayed in is that if he went for Close Combat, I know Dragonite will wall its stupid ass, even if he is banded Terrakion. I mean, Close Combat's not going to do anything to a multi-scale Dragonite. I mean, really, let's be honest. Anyways, so he realized that he did a really bad misplay with Stone Edge and switches out, goes into Scizor. I go for the Scald, doesn't burn, which is saddening, but you know, whatever. I switch out, going to Hitmontop / Chan. Get the Intimidate as he goes for the Superpower. Now, Hitmontop would have definitely taken this Superpower much better than Hitmonchan would have. But, you know, I mean, it's a Hitmonchan. I mean, I can't really complain. It's my freaking fault. So, you know, I just stay in. I believe I go for the Close Combat at this point. Question mark. Yeah, as he switches out to his Randosu. It's fine. Whatever. And goes for a Earthquake, I think. I really didn't care. This Hitmonchan was pretty much dead. Couldn't really do much except for Intimidate something before dying. So I just stay in. I was hoping he'd go for a U-turn and maybe I'll live it, but I really didn't think that would happen. So, whatever. So now I'm going to Bitch Ass. I figured that this Landorus was not Scarfed, and even if it was, he'd be locked into Earthquake, so, you know, whatever. If he is locked into it, that's his problem, not my problem. So, now he goes into Terrakion. I guess I'm not really sure if it's Scarfed or Banded, so I do switch out and I go into Metagross. I didn't really care. I was thinking it was Banded, but I knew that no matter what, he would probably go for either Quick Attack or X-Scissor, so I went into Metagross to take it, and so I can set up my my Reflect. So that's all good. I guess he was trying to go for the quick attack just to whittle me down and then go into Scissor and Bullet Punch my Azelf to death. Which, you know, is whatever. I go for Hammer Arm. I miss. That's kind of saddening. But, you know, Metagross is also a boss and takes the superpower. And, you know, I can just kill it off next turn with the Hammer Arm. So it's all good. Anyways, so Scissor's down. All he has left is his Terrakion. And Terrakion is pretty much going to die to both Azelf or Dragonite. And, you know, I had a Reflect Up, and I had Multiscale, and I just wanted to see how much a Banded Close Combat would do to my Dragonite. He said it was Banded, so I just wanted to see, because I am in Multiscale, I resist it, and Reflect is up, and it does like an 1/8. Like, that's just so sad, I think. And, you know, I go for the Dragon Dance. That was pointless. I don't know why I went for Dragon Dance, but whatever. And I proceed to kill it with an Outrage. So that was a good game, Chad. His link will be in the description. And, you know, hopefully I can get more battles. This was pretty fun. The past couple of days, I haven't been really accepting battles because, you know, it's Christmassy time and, you know, it's, yeah, you get the point. But, you know, I'll probably post a lot more, especially after Christmas or the day of Christmas. But from here till then, I probably won't post anything. Maybe I'll post, like, one thing, but, don't really count on it. I mean, it's the holidays. You can't blame me, so, you know, whatever. Anyways, so, that's pretty much the game, and comment and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you.